Right. Let's start today's session. This is the first session of Python full stack web development session. Okay. Yes. So in this session, I'm going to discuss just basic demonstration related to Python full stack. Okay. So that means in full stack web development using Python, what subjects I'm going to cover, we'll discuss clearly. So even I'll explain the session details also and the duration of this course, complete Python, full stack or only Python duration also I'll explain you clearly. So you just take this is a basic demo session and even at least 3 demo sessions you can attend regularly. Okay, after attending the demo sessions, 3 or 4, so that you can decide whether you need to enroll for this course or not. Okay, so option is yours. So to become a Python full stack web development, first of all, you should learn a main core subject, that is Python. So next, there are some frameworks are there, that is Django, REST API, Flask, and UI basics, MySQL database, and also SQLite 3. So total these 6 subjects you must aware to become a Python full stack web developer. But here you need not to enroll complete Python full stack web development course. It depends on your requirement. Some students are looking for only Python, that is core concepts like basic concepts and advanced concepts, advanced Python programming. So if your requirement is only Python language, enroll for this only Python core and advanced topic. But if your requirement is complete Python full stack web development, so try to enroll complete for all these 6 subjects purpose, Python full stack you have to enroll. So in the Python full stack development, we will be covered total 6 subjects, and in only Python core and advanced topics we'll discuss. This is programming language only. Because I'll give you clarity who should go with only Python, that is core and advanced, who should go with complete Python full stack. See, for suppose your requirement is after learning of Python, okay, your target is data science or data analytics or AI and ML or AWS and DevOps. These tools, if you want to learn after completion of Python, then Python is enough for you, because Python is the prerequisite subject for data science, AI, ML, AWS, DevOps, and other tools. So if your requirement is that, then you can go with only Python core and advanced. You need not to go with complete full stack development. Okay, fine. Some students are looking for complete full stack because they don't want to go with the tools like data science, AI, and ML, AWS, DevOps. They want to completely uh, uh, completely they want to into Python only full stack development. If you want to become a Python full stack developer, I recommend to learn all subjects. So if you go through only Python core and advanced, so the duration of this programming line is 45 working days, 50 working days. Okay, working days I'm saying is almost 2 months it will. Python only tools, that is 45 working days to complete this Python program. But if you go complete full stack development subjects, like 6 subjects what I have written, okay, then duration of this course is minimum 4 months, maximum 4.5 months. So to complete this all 6 subjects, 4 months, maximum 4.5 months time duration is there to complete this full stack development, including hands-on projects. Yes, we are going to do completely project assistance, project development. So that project will keep learning as a fresher. So complete development process will be there. That is, you will get hands experience once we go through this course. Okay, so this is time duration. Next, let me explain the each and every subject purpose, because you must know each and every subject purpose, only you will get clarity. So in these total 6 subjects, one programming language, that is Python. The rest of 5 subjects are not at all programming languages. Okay, only Python is a programming language you are going to learn. But about these Django, REST API, Flask means these are frameworks, not languages. So these are frameworks only. That these are internet frameworks. So to mention REST API, Flask framework, must aware of that Python only first. Okay, without knowledge, you can't go through Django, REST API, Flask framework, because these are prerequisite subject for all the Python frameworks only. So directly you want to start learning with Django, REST API, Flask. You must aware Python first. Why? Because these 3 frameworks are completely Python based. The code framework is completely written in Python language through. So only Python language instructions can be understand these 3. So if you work with these 3 frameworks, you should pass instructions in Python only, not other language. Okay. So these 3 frameworks and design are we use basics, that is UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Story, and then Bootstrap. These are the UI technologies. Purpose we use. I'll explain you clearly each and every purpose again. And in full stack development, person need to have the knowledge of database also, that is MySQL, as well as SQL we will be covered. So let's start explaining of each and every subject. So in this, Python is the first subject. Okay. Subject number 1, Python. What is Python? Python is a programming language. Yes, it is a programming language. Generally, any programming language, if we take, so which is used to write coding part for the application development, coding part or logic part for the application development. Okay. So programming language is used to coding part for application development. So in the Python stack web development process, wherever the logic part, that logic part belongs to Python language only. So that's when you must aware Python logics very well. So no matter if you go through only Python course or else full stack development course, first of 45 days to 50 days, my company concentrate at first on Python lecture only. Python completely Python syllabus I have to cover. Once the first 45 days we finish this Python core advanced program, we'll start Django development. Okay. So the subject is Django. So what is Django here? Django, or we can call it as Django. D is a silent. Okay. So Django is not a programming language, rather than it is a framework. So Django is a framework which is used to develop the web applications or websites. Okay. Main motto is to build web applications or websites, because these are important in real-time implementation. But all the services what we are going to provide to our targets using through web application only. So in Python full stack development, as a programmer, if you want to prepare website or web application development, what framework is required? You know, Django framework is required. So Django is a framework which is used to develop web applications. See, what is web application? You know, the application requires services over the web. It's called web application. Web application means the application which will provide the services over the web, which will provide the services over the web, is called web application. Okay, very simple. So what we are going to use in daily life, like Flipkart, Amazon, YouTube, Facebook, Insta, these are all web applications only, which we are providing services over the web. That is called web. But to implement a web application, what framework is required in Python full stack development? So next, Django. Django is Python based. Django is Python based web development framework. It is completely Python based web development, because Django is completely running Python language. It's completely written Python language in Python. So the Python instructions only can understand. Right? Django can understand only Python instructions. So before going to start develop web applications with the Django framework, you must aware of Python logic. Without Python knowledge, you can't start with the. So ultimately, the Django prerequisite subject is Python. Okay, compulsory it is. And what is framework? Saying that Django is a framework. What is simple? It's nothing but so set of rules and regulations already which was predefined. They have included some set of predefined rules and regulations code and are giving some basic structure, or they are giving some libraries with built-in resources to the developers, directly can able to reuse that resources and some regulations based on the built-in structure. We have to implement the applications. That is called framework. Framework means it's nothing but completely predefined protocols, predefined and predefined libraries which they are providing to the developer. We have to go through the framework guides only. So application implementation is very simple once framework libraries are available with you. So I can say that complete framework is nothing but it's a defined code or ready-made resources. Directly we can use ready resources available in the framework. Okay. So to develop complete application framework only. That is Django framework, web development framework. It is not a language, it is a framework. Next. So Django framework through we can develop web applications. Once our application is that is web applications, and we need to provide some APIs for our applications. For API generate purpose in full stack development, there is one more subject is there, that is REST API. This is also called as DRF. This REST API subject is also called as DRF. DRF stands for Django REST Framework. Django REST Framework. Okay. Remember, sir. So what is the API importance? I'll express after we'll come to know what is of REST API. It is the third subject I'm talking about API. So in REST API, first of all, it is a framework, sir. It is not a language. Generally, this framework, which is used to generate or create APIs. So REST API means it is framework which is used to generate or create APIs. See, what is API? API stands for Application Programming Interface. Application Programming Interface. Okay. So what is REST stands for? REST means representational state transfer. REST stands for representational state transfer, that is. So simple, the APIs which are creating by using REST framework or REST architecture is called REST API. So what is the main use of API means? API is a software tool. API is a software tool which enables the communication between two or more applications. This is the main motto of APIs. API is a software tool which enables the communication between two or more applications. Now coming to the point. Sir, using framework with the Python coding, we develop web applications. Okay, that means we generate website. So right now we are ready with our web applications clearly, sir. But generally, for what context, what point of view you are preparing web application means you need to provide some service to them over the web internet. That is the main purpose. In the process of providing service for customers, compulsory your application with other applications means communication is fine. For example, I will tell you one simple example, sir. Suppose you are using some mobile applications. Like your mobile, there are some apps are there. For example, is the Flipkart. Flipkart app is purpose to buy a product. After checking product specifications and everything, whenever you click on buy, then immediately you request to what payment option in the page, you need to send a request to the banking concern application. So for doing payment from that application, banking application you are sending request. That means application is to takes place or not. It will your banking application need to give a confirmation of that. So communication can be two or more options. The communication, how we can make through APIs only. So remember, without APIs, there is no communication to or more applications. APIs will play an important, especially application development. If I say that Django Python only without REST APIs, that is waste of time to learn Django. Okay, don't go with that. That is that way. So people think that we type the coding Django framework web application development. Yes, we will have web application. But for your web applications, if you don't have APIs, if you are not able to generate APIs, time to your application. No? Because ultimate goal is what? You must make your application communicate with other application. Your application should talk to other application. See, if your application is in a position to discuss or send a request, then have time to build an application. So I strongly believe that after learning framework, just should learn also. I know the importance of REST API. So this is very important subject here. real time, it's very powerful and useful. Not only I'm speaking of even Java people also, they must use RESTful services. Okay. And .NET people are APIs. Maybe the subject is different, but with full stack, that's why choosing REST API. API generation is very important. This is also very powerful. But remember that without having knowledge of Django framework, you want to go with API. First, you have to get the knowledge of Django framework. After that, you start learn. That's what we can DRF it is. DRF means what? Django REST framework it is. So if you the Django, only you can REST APIs for Django application. So prerequisite subject is Django as because REST is also Python based framework and complete code and REST also. So to learn REST API, Django and Python both are mandatory. To learn Django, Python is mandatory. To learn Python, no subject is mandatory. You may ask that, sir, I'm starting Python here before going to take Python. Is that the prerequisite knowledge by like C base? It's a basic learn this basic like no basics are right. You understand. So Python running language, Django framework, REST API. API generating purpose, REST API subject we use. Web application implementation, Django framework we use. Complete coding and logic part if you want to implement in programming language, use Python. So Python programming language, Django framework, REST API framework. Each subject is some actually in that part. Before going to start a development subject, you have to know clearly what is a subject and what is the purpose of that subject. That's what I'm explaining REST API here. The subject is what's our full stack Flask. So this is our fourth framework, Flask. Flask is a Python-based framework in Python-based micro framework it is. Flask is a Python-based micro framework, and Flask is used to develop the single-page web applications mostly. So Django is used to develop applications. Flask framework also is used to develop web application. But what is the main difference between Django? Is very simple. Django framework, we can develop medium scale and large scale applications are possible. But Flask framework through, we can develop single page applications or micro programming purpose we use Flask framework. It is micro framework, not even mini framework. It's a micro framework. It's a lightweight framework. Generally, framework can be used to develop single web applications or dashboard web applications, medium scale and not large scale applications. So in Python full stack web development, if you want to implement a large scale application and medium scale application, Django framework is required. Small scale applications and single page applications, Flask is required. So this through and develop applications only. It's a micro framework. But to start learn with Flask, what is the prerequisite subject? You know, Python enough. So if you have Python knowledge, then Flask is okay, no problem. You can start learn Flask subject. So for Flask, Python required. For REST API, Django, Python both are required. Django, Python is required. So this is the order. Okay, fine. So these are all three frameworks which I explained. Django, REST API, Flask. These are not languages. These are frameworks. Python is a language. So far I discussed in the out of 6, I discussed about 4 subjects only, fine. Coming to the point. See, in Python full stack web development, especially the programmer should have the knowledge in 2 components. So one is front-end development component, one is back-end components. Yes, these 2 components are very important, sir. That means the person who wants to become a full stack developer, they must aware of front-end development as well as back-end development. Front-end development as well as back-end development. Okay. So front-end development means what? Design. Okay. So design. But before that, so far I explained one language, that is Python, 3 frameworks, Django, REST API, Flask. These all subjects under comes into what, back-end only, sir. Yes, back-end only. Python is back-end. Django, REST API, Flask frames are completely related to back-end. Then what is front-end? Yes, front-end means only for design purpose. That is UI technologies. That's what? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, all these things, jQuery. These are UI technologies under front-end. So especially this is for designing purpose, no? Yes, we have to design the pages of websites. Our design completely we can do with UI technologies. HTML, we can develop web pages. That design we can do. And if you want to do more style for your HTML elements, you can apply CSS, cascading styles. And JS, if you want to perform any functionality or validations, like user inputs, where valid or not want to verify, you submitting to the server, then we can use purpose. See, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, basic UI technologies, and computer and Bootstrap or advanced UI technologies.
jQuery and these two are advanced technologies. So this jQuery and Bootstrap also implemented by using these three basic UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So jQuery is an extension subject of JavaScript. Bootstrap is an extension of JavaScript CSS libraries. Its design library is there in Bootstrap. Functionality library is also there in Bootstrap. We use Django development, especially web application. We use rapidly Bootstrap techniques only more for designing purpose. So only front development process you must have a UI technologies designing purpose. Now backend component is having three components to implement backend completely. Program language is the programming language. What is the programming language we are going to use in the stack development? Next, the framework is required. Because based on the guidelines and rules and structure, we have to implement some applications. The framework is required. The frameworks are what? The Django framework, REST framework for API generate, Flask framework for microservice programming. Three frameworks are there. And the database also important. Because in the full stack domain, compulsory a person should aware of database knowledge also. So means finally a customer related data and user information we keep store data permanently. So database handling also you must aware. Database purpose we are going to discuss SQLite the database tools I'm going to include in this full stack development subject. So in the backend programming is Python, frameworks are these and database tools are these. The front awareness we learn UI basics completely design parts. So UI group we will do design. Python we can implement complete logics. MySQL and SQLite we can manage the database. And Django STP Flask framework through will build the web applications with set of rules and regulations, what they are doing, the structures. Okay, this comes the introduction to Python stack development subjects. Okay, so you can see this is a very basic demonstration. So, and because you must know first of all the subjects and its purpose. I think you have aware each every subject purpose. And I said already core advanced means core means basic programming with Python. Advanced means advanced level of programming like OOPS concepts, object-oriented programming, file handling programming, advanced level topics are. Even completion of demo, you will receive complete full stack web development content. So you will receive, you can check the content what topics are going to come in Python. Java. Every syllabus content will upload, will send to your mail. Team will send you. So it very fair. And so that in the first 45 days to 44 on Python only start. We'll start Python, complete Python. After completion of 45 days, working days, we'll go demo. Django with REST API and Flask. In the process of development, REST API will be covered UI and SQL completely set web development. And Django REST API Flask part of you, we will cover 2-3 projects also that are hands-on projects, complete real-time scenarios through. We will implement the projects clearly. So project will be there and come from scratch you every point. Okay, and you have to attend regular sessions. Next, each and every subject related PDF documentation also we will be able to your mail. And every day the session record also we will be live. All the recorded video lectures and conducted demonstrations, that is lifetime access. Once I say the folder Python as well as all subject related folder will be there in your Google Drive and you can access it, no problem. Resource lexicons are there. And you will see that after enrollment process is over, not only today, just take 2 or 3 more demos. Please attend regular demos so that you get clarity at least. You attend one session and now it is clear, there will be any clarity, I think so. You will get clarity. After that, you can feel free to decision when you want to continue with my lectures or not. That's not an matter, okay? So here you can see this is complete PDFs like Core Python PDF, Advanced Python PDF, Django, Flask, REST API, all PDF material there be sent to your mail. This is PDF. And video recording also, every session recorded plus will upload to your Google on the same day itself. And the project also will be there. The sessions will be Monday to Saturday, regular sessions, only in the holiday. Okay. Important information I would like to pass in the first demo itself only, sir, because without clarity, I won't continue the sessions. See, sir, 1 week back, I have started one new batch, Python full stack development. That batch is going, that was 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So today I have a new batch is 8 a.m. 9 a.m. But for sure that for a couple of days, maximum 10 to 15 days, we will be continue with the same time, especially 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. But for sure, it's 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. batch time is going to be changed. It will be 7 only. So I'm disclosing this session the first day itself only. Otherwise, you should not make me trouble. Okay. So because I'm clearly pausing the statement, this will be continue for a couple days from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. only, at least 10 to 15 days. After that, immediately this batch timing will into 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. This is for sure. There are no changes at all. If anybody comfortable with 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. only, it's better to go through any options here. Because this batch for sure it will shift to 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's for regular time. This is just for 2 days only. We will conduct the sessions at 8 to 9. After that, it will go to 7 to 8. So this is the basic demo lecture which I gave today. Okay. So tomorrow we will start with Python course. First 45 our focus is completely on Python. So if you have any questions related to this discussion today, what I done, please go through it. You can feel ask any questions regarding these sessions. I'll try to give the answers. Or at least you can post your questions in chat box so that I can read it and I'll try to answer. Do you have any questions during this session? Is good. And tomorrow's session will begin 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. It's just basic demo session today. That's what I just did. Discuss few things related to Python full stack development. Tomorrow we'll continue from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. 1 hour session will be there.
So I'm same for everyone?
No, that's what I said clearly. No, few days, 10 to 15 days, the timing will be fixed like 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. But after 15 days, you must come at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. only.
Okay, sir.
So, do we have any specific date when the timing gonna change?
Mostly, see, that's what I said. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I have started 1 week back. So doing that 1 week and it's going right now slowly. So whenever your batch people are reached to their topic, then immediately we'll batch it. It takes minimum 10 to 15 days, maximum 15 days. That's it.
Okay, so from tomorrow, we are going to start with Python core data.
Advanced. Yeah, Python introduction and Python rules. The focus is Python subjects only.
Okay, sir.
8 a.m. tomorrow.
Sir.
Yeah.
So actually, I need to know that I want scripting first because I'm belongs from industry. So
Yeah,
then
that's the reason. Scripting in the sense Python code only. You must go
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Python.
yeah.
So even whatever the programming logic we are writing with Python, that is called scripting.
Okay.
Scripting in the sense what actually Python act as a scripting language as well as programming language. Scripting language is nothing but Python's code can be supported to other application, that is scripting. And only Python through alone if we develop the logic, that is programming. So same thing. I think you enough Python core and advanced. That's it. No need to go with the full stack. You can go with only Python. That's enough. So any more question from anyone? Yeah, go ahead. Lalit, do you have? Please go ahead. Oh, okay. They are having new message. Do you also work on automation? How to automate using Python? No. Automation process means in what way you think? Like people learn Python, which is related to their application development. But we don't do that automation kind of things. Means maximum built-in libraries through we will discuss. In what way automation? You can please disclose this at least so that I can like on this. So recording videos purpose, extra money we don't collect. As it is same.
I'm audible.
Yeah.
Just doing automation. So right now I'm a working professional. We generally do all the automation scripting. So you know the 2021 we had a pandemic. In that time, this automating these things helped us. So it's a new trend like where we automate things. For example, there is a yes, please go ahead.
See, for automation purpose, our responsibility is to teach how to deal the logics and application code with Python programming. So once you know that Python programming, then that Python script through we have to do yourself what really requirement is there in your company or working scenarios. Because what really exactly your need, we don't know. No? Somebody will use this Python for testing, Python for networking, Python for AWS or DevOps. We don't know about AWS or DevOps and all, how to deal with them. But we testing, that's what testing libraries, but we will not teach that testing libraries because I'm a not testing trainer. My responsibility is to cover as much as we can do with Python, how we can do with Python libraries. Python subject will teach you. Based upon that, this knowledge, then how to do in your application, you have to do it. Yeah. Obviously, it is good, Mr. Yeah. No matter which background you are, it is good for freshers. You can choose Python, but only the things you have to be practice regularly. And no need to pay extra amount for videos. Videos are lifetime. Once you are enrolled for course, you are also Durga students. Obviously, you have full right to access that. No need to do just.
Sir, all subject is taught by you only, right?
Obviously, no one will be interfering with you because if they interfere, even I don't like students will not maintain flow. So every subject from till once I start today, the end of the course, So repick covered, solve the Django REST API, everything, injects a lot.
And also, sir, I have joined lately.
Yeah.
So this Python is not full
Fine,
stack
no
actually.
problem. In the beginning session, who should go with full stack. Even if you upload in our YouTube channel, Durga Soft, because you will get quickly once you complete demo, team will send a YouTube link. All this video will be uploaded, so you can watch over there. At least for after completion of demos, you will receive these videos to your mail. Oh, no problem.
Understood.
Yeah.
So is it not like this Python will be starting basic?
Yes, from the scratch.
Thanks.
Very
So
basic level program, intermediate level program, advanced level program. Undoubtedly, once you commit advanced, will become good Python. So you will not disappoint. That much students I can do. Proceed.
sir, if you are using Python 45 to 50 days, then other software, how many days it will take?
I said the total months more will take, because I said total course duration is full stack 4.5 months maximum it will take. One of the base alpha web development process it will take class 10 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks for writing this session. I request you please continue next 2 to 3 demo sessions so that you will get clarity. After getting clarity only, I request you to enroll for this course. Take decision fully for completion of demo sessions. So if you continue next 2 or 3 sessions, it will be good for you so that you will get complete scenario. So after that, you can decide whether you want to enroll for this or not. So you can use the next 2 to 3 days also. And after 2 3 days, decide that. Have a step, see you tomorrow again at same time, 8 a.m.
Right. Let's start today's session. This is the first session of Python full stack web development session. Okay. Yes. So in this session, I'm going to discuss just basic demonstration related to Python full stack. Okay. So that means in full stack web development using Python, what subjects I'm going to cover, we'll discuss clearly. So even I'll explain the session details also and the duration of this course, complete Python, full stack, or only Python duration also I'll explain you clearly. So you just take this is a basic demo session, and even at least 3 demo sessions you can attend regularly. Okay, after attending the demo sessions, 3 or 4, so that you can decide whether you need to enroll for this course or not. Okay, so option is yours. So to become a Python full stack web development, first of all, you learn a main core subject, that is Python. So next, there are some things on, that is Django, REST API, Flask, and UI basics, MySQL database, and also SQLite 3. So total these 6 subjects you must aware to become a Python full stack web developer. But here you need not to enroll complete Python full stack web development course. Depends on your requirement. Some students are looking for only Python, the core concepts.
Students will not maintain the flow. So every subject from till once I start 3 topics are completely covered. So all subject, Django, REST API, Flask, UI, and everything with projects and all.
And also, sir, joined lately.
No problem.
So basically, this I started looking for this.
Python is enough. I said in the beginning session, who should go with Python, who should go with full stack. Even this video will be uploaded in our YouTube channel, Durga Soft YouTube. That link also you will get quickly. Once we complete demo, our team will send a YouTube link also. This video will be uploaded. So you can watch over there, at least for after completion of demos, you will receive these videos to your mail. Oh, no problem.
Understood.
Yeah.
So, is it not like this Python will be starting from basic, right?
Yes, very scratch.
That's true.
Yeah. Basic level program, intermediate level program, advanced level program you will get. No, core and advanced Python, you will become great Python at least. So you will disappoint. Students, no doubt at all.
Understood.
Proceed.
Sir, if you are giving Python 45 to 50 days, then other software, how many days it will take?
I said the total 3 months wait. Except those need like 4 to 4 months max. Rest of the days I'll focus on complete web development process with Stay Fast and others.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks for attending this session. I request you, please continue the next 2 to 3 demo sessions so that you will get clarity. After getting clarity only, I request you to enroll for this course and take decision freely after completion of demo lectures. So if you continue the next 2 or 3 sessions, it will be good for you so that you will get complete scenario. So after that, you can decide whether you want to enroll for this course or not. So you can use the same link for next 2 to 3 days also. And after 2 to 3 days, decide that. Have a nice time. See you tomorrow again at same time, 8 a.m. Let's start today's session. See, in the last lecture of Python, we were discuss about complete introduction part. So Python full stack development subjects and its purpose. And even I have started with the basic introduction of Python. So Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. And what type of language it is, like general purpose, high level, interpreted, dynamically typed, and case sensitive programming language. We discussed all these things in the last lecture. Okay. So even Python versions also explained with official website python.org. So as I said that today's session is very important because I'm going to do complete setup of Python for the first time. Who wants to write programming with Python language? So they must follow these all steps one by one. So today I'm going to show you how to download Python software and install it. And also we will try to launch the proper editor, which is really required in future programming. So to download Python software, you must visit this official website, python.org. And this website having plenty of versions of Python. Which version do you want to use? You can download it and install it. But before that, what my plan is, I would like to say one simple command here. That command through what we can do, we can check easily already Python software present in our computer or not. Yes. How to check whether Python already exists in the computer or laptop or not, we will check. So for this purpose, I recommend that just go to command prompt. Okay, go to command prompt. And then type. Yes, you have to type simply this command, sir. What command? Python space -- version. So if you do this first time, you will come to know that what version it already there in your laptop, whether it is there or not. If it is there, what version you have. For example, if you don't have Python software in your computer, simply you will get clarity like Python was not found or else Python was not recognized like this. So I'm asking you, To check whether Python is present in your computer or not, simply go to command prompt and then type Python space -- version. Let me check in my mission. Okay, so go to command prompt, go to search and type command prompt. So there is a command prompt is there. Simply I'm trying to type Python space -- version. So the moment when I hit the enter button, you will see this in my computer, the Python already present. Even it disclosed the version also, Python 3.13.1. Okay, even you can try from your side. If you got any version like old version 3.9, 3.1, 10, 3.11, so that's also work, no problem. Do you want to continue with them? You can continue. But in case if you don't have Python software so far in your computer, so immediately you will get the message like Python was not found or Python was not recognized like this. Okay, so this is very simple command to cross verify whether your computer is having Python installed already or not. You can check before going to continue the process. Fine, sir. Next, what my plan is, I want to download and install Python. But to show you all the steps, okay, already in my computer Python software existed, no? So first let me uninstall it. So let me uninstall so that I can show you the installation steps clearly, step by step. How to uninstall any software means simple. You can go to control panel of your system, go to search and type control panel. You'll be able to see control panel option. And there is an uninstall program is there. Any software or application, if you have installed already, you want to uninstall, this is the procedure, uninstall program. And in this, you can see already Python, it's there, installation completely. So that's I am uninstalling now. So right click, simply uninstall. Why I'm doing this means just for showing you the installation steps, what steps or what option need to be select, you should get clarity. So that's the reason I'm trying to uninstall it. So let it be uninstalled. And it won't take much more time, sir, actually. So because as I said that Python is very lightweight software and no need to maintain again some software configurations like hardware configuration, like as it is, whatever you are using the device, that's enough to handle with Python. So it's taking few seconds again to uninstall this total Python in my computer. Please wait. Now you can see unsuccessful, uninstall successfully. And even Python launcher also I'm doing this uninstallation. Yes. Fine. So right now we don't have any Python software in my computer. Do you want me check again? See, go to command prompt. Previously when I checked, it was Python 3.13.1 shows. But now after doing an installation, you can see Python space -- version. Now you see Python was not found. That means what? We don't have Python software right now because just now I have uninstalled. So let's proceed the installation process. To go to installation process first, we have to download it. So to download Python software, you should visit official website python.org. So let's go to python.org, www.python.org. I recommend to click on this downloads and simply you can see download Python 3.13.1. Simply you can click on this and you will be able to get quickly within the fraction of seconds. It's almost lightweight file, 27.4 MB is there. It's completely downloaded. Once downloaded process is over, close this window and go to the downloads folder of your computer where it is there. So that the executable file present in the download folder only. So let's go to downloads folder. And there you can see Python 3.13.1 is there. This is an executable file and version number is 3.13.1. So to install the first time, this is just simply double click on it, nothing to do. Double click, but wait for some time here. Don't hit directly install now. Okay. So you can see, sir, installing Python 3.13.1 64-bit OS. And look at this, before going to hit the install now, I strongly recommend to activate these two checkboxes, sir. Why? Because these two checkboxes, if you activate, automatically the environment variable and path settings will be done. If you don't activate these two checkboxes, path settings you must do with manually. So that's the reason I recommend this path setting and .exe file to path. These two checkboxes must be activated. If you activate, then there don't be any issue. After writing the program and execution, there don't be any issue. Otherwise, you will get an issue, even though if you write Python program, you are unable to execute just because of you have not set the or activate the environment variable during the installation. They'll ask you to do manually. Manually also you can do it, no problem. But better to go with this option at this moment. I am activating these two checkboxes and click on simply install now. So once installed now, it will ask, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes. So within just a few seconds after, you will be get your Python software in your machine. So there is no complexity in the installation procedure. Right. Once installation over, you can also cross-verify whether it is installed successfully or not by going to command prompt and type the same command like Python space -- version, so that you will get clarity whether it's successfully installed or not. So let me check quickly that also. Fine, successfully installed. Close this and close this. So let me check successfully installed or not. So go to the command prompt and simply Python space -- version, hit the enter button. Now you can see we got the same version back 3.13.1. Because just now successfully I installed Python software. Right now your system is having Python, so you can start working with programming. But listen, sir, here, I'm showing you for the first time when we download install Python software, okay, you will get a default editor that is ideally. It stands for integrated development learning environment. Integrated development learning environment. This is ideally software. Okay. So ideally is nothing but integrated development learning environment software here. So this is the default editor. If you want to continue with this default editor, you can, no problem. But I'll show you what are the options are there in front of us, what possible ways to write Python code and execute. I'm telling you. So first, let's try to discuss different ways to write Python code and execute. Different ways to write Python code and execute. So let me explain what are the basic different ways are there. Option 1, using interactive mode. Option 2, using script mode. Option 3, using Python IDLE software. Option 4, which I'm going to use the continuously in our sessions, the editor is using PyCharm editor. This is our editor throughout all the sessions of Python. But even though for the first time as a programmer, you must know about these three options also clearly. So using interactive mode, using script mode, using Python IDLE. So through this, how to manage the code also, you must know that. So that's the reason I'm explaining clearly first three options. But anyway, I don't use these three options in my further programming sessions. I use continuously the PyCharm editor only in our upcoming sessions. Today we'll launch the PyCharm editor also, and you will come to know what is exactly the differences between while writing the code in interactive window and script mode, ideally, and PyCharm. So PyCharm is the recommended editor, especially for Python beginners who are dealing with Python programming. So initial stage of learning, I recommend to use PyCharm only, or else Visual Studio Code also possible. So let's begin with interactive mode. So what is interactive mode, sir? It's very simple. As I said that for the first time when we download and install Python software, you will get ideally software, no?